Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. Zooming in on the concept of the narcissist smirk. We've identified that the primary characteristics of the narcissist are one, they are extremely self-involved, and they are so self-involved that they are exclusively interested in their own pursuits to the lack and the detriment of others. So even though we can look at a lot of their different qualities, I want you to understand that it is so important for them to pursue what they are after in their life. And it's to the exclusion, it's to the detriment of others, it's to the harm of others. So a true narcissist, when we look at the spectrum, when it gets even more severe, it becomes into the psychopathic realm. And what I want to discuss with you here today is the concept of the narcissist smirk. The narcissist is lacking in the ability to relate emotionally to others and identify their needs, feelings, and opinions. They have a complete lack of ability to relate to the emotional needs of others. There's a slowing of energy and really movement in specific areas of the brain that relate to emotional meanings and words, and this in turn gives them a deficit in their physiological functioning of their brain, which connects to the emotional content of words as well as that of relationships. So they are lacking in empathy. They do not have an interest in others. They are lacking in the ability to understand the feelings, needs, wishes, and really the overall viewpoint of another. It's a complete disconnect. And the narcissists know this about themselves. In fact, they really feel that this makes them special, unique, and superior as individuals, that they are not slowed down really by the care and concern of the needs of others. They really feel like they can just slide right past this and go right towards what they want, whether it be money, whether it be power, whether it be prestige, whether it be attention, whether it be all the laughs in the room, whether it be property assigned over to them. Whatever it is that they want to stack up in their corner, it is all really sort of a hoarding of attention, a hoarding of really trying to manipulate and control others. So it's very important to understand how this relates not only to the physiology, but how you can kind of see it in their physical being, in their physical body. I really do, think that the narcissist is really a hoarder of people's energy. So a hoarder meaning they're going to take pathological, i.e., not normal, abnormal, perverse amounts of people's energy. So, and this is a negative connotation. So it's not like, oh wow, look how much that person has, look how much they've earned. It's usually arrived at by devious, perverse, and really sort of I want to say unlawful, or really to the needs. They've obtained what they have through the exploitation of the needs of others. So in terms of hoarding, really keep in mind, that they want people's energy, they want people's attention, they want people's, whatever it is that they have, whether it's their self-esteem, their physical possessions, their money, everything and anything the narcissist wants to be consumed by them. And so you can not only identify this in their language, in terms of their complete and constant and relentless referencing in any sort of communication that they have. So the me mentality, let's just keep it simple. If you are encountering this person in your relationship who is incessantly speaking about themselves, their accomplishments, what they're doing, what they're after, to the negation of you. In other words, they can't have, they are very uncomfortable having any attention on really anyone else in the room. They are, talk about stealing your thunder. The narcissist is really seeking to do that in all situations. And the narcissist is constantly on. So they will do this, relentlessly. So it's not like, it's a once in a while sort of situation. The narcissist will do this incessantly. So not only pay attention to the communication, but also pay attention to, the verbal communication, but I also want you to become astute and observe the physical manifestation in their body. So the narcissist, since they're not heart-centered, which is your solar plexus, which is in, right underneath your rib cage. So, your heart is really the center of much of your energy, and your emotional center is really connected within your body. The narcissist is really kind of void of a lot of energy in that space. It's really consumed in a much more, controlling factor, where they want to, they're using their mind quite a bit to, kind of calculate how they're going to take people over, etc. So it's always a pre-calculated sort of method. So if you see that, their beguiling ways, their cunning, their deception, their unscrupulous ways is oftentimes created in the mind versus the heart. And so you can oftentimes see this in their smile or their smirk. And I apologize, it's taken me a while to get to this, but I want to lay a really strong foundation. But our expressions, arrive in our face. So our smiles, if we're smiling from the heart, you see someone's face light up, you see their eyes crinkle, you might see like a little, glint of happiness. You see someone's full facial kind of, and I'm using an example here, a full facial, expression. And in the narcissist, you will see really a lack of smiling in the perimeter of the face, as well as especially around the eyes. It's thought that the eyes are the windows to the soul. And you can definitely see a difference because the narcissist will definitely what they call fake a smile. So we've all heard of a fake smile and, a fake tone of voice, a condescending tone of voice. However, I want you to notice really the smirk of the narcissist is very much like a lot of teeth only. And really there's no sort of warmth or joy or positive expression in that of the eyes, because really their eye muscles are not engaging in that sort of true reflection, in that true mirroring of joy back at you. So it'll be very much like this, which is extremely hideous and ugly, but I'm trying to use this as an educational tool here for you to identify. So the smile is very much like a smile, like, I think another viewer described it as a Joker smile, which is a great analogy. But it's almost like they're smiling, but their eyes are not smiling. I'm going to do it again. See how the eyes are not smiling? It's like a really weird tooth only, and oftentimes they'll kind of move their body around so it'll distract from their eyes. But their eyes have that, that narcissistic sort of, I am taking control over you sort of look. And you really need to become aware of this, especially body language. I'm going to be delving into a lot more of this in future videos because, social psychologists have basically arrived at the point that, over 90% of our communication is nonverbal, which means, communication through the body. So that is extremely important for you to understand so that you're not further manipulated by a narcissist or a psychopathic individual, and so that you can really learn to read this communication, because people have been so hurt, they've been so drained of their finances, they've been so crippled by this sort of psychological attack and victimization. Everything from it ruining one's earning ability, detracting them from years of personal growth and advancement and enhancement in their life. It really is a very sort of destructive characteristic within these people. So be very careful and look for those sort of changes in the musculature, of someone's face and learn to identify that. See if that can help you and sort of starts to resonate and make sense to you. I hope you relate to that and it will serve you well. Peace and harmony with you here today. Hoping these videos help. Please do share. Please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.